Hello and welcome to this new video on my channel. Hope you are enjoying all my videos on the channel. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for the new video. Hello and welcome to another episode on Microsoft Fabric and Power BI. And in this episode, we would like to learn how can we enable the vendor onboarding. We are a Power BI customer or a Microsoft Fabric customer and we would like to onboard a vendor. Now to onboard a vendor we have various options. One of the easiest option is that we provide them the logins inside our system. So let's say if my company is biworld.in, I can provide them biworld logins, but that's not applicable always. We will like to onboard them using the external user feature of Power BI and Microsoft Fabric. And that is a very common feature which is being used these days to allow vendor to work in your domain using the external user feature of Azure or Entra logins. So we allow users to become external user in our tenant and then allow them to access our Power BI or Microsoft Fabric workspaces to develop the content. To start this journey, first of all, I'll let you know how can you search for that article. I have already opened that article, but just to let you know how to search, you can search how to share Power BI content with external user or how to distribute. So the article which we are looking is distribute Power BI content to external user. I have already opened this article in another tab. Distribute Power BI content to external users with Microsoft Entra B2B. Let's look at this article briefly. Power BI enables sharing content with external user through Microsoft Entra business to business, means Microsoft Entra B2B. By using Microsoft Entra B2B, your organization enable and govern sharing with external users in a centralized place. Another way is to share the content with external user is in place semantic model sharing with Power BI. This method allows you to share the content with external guest users that they can access in their home tenant. Now the way to do this is basically we need to invite the external guest, and here we need two admins to help us out. One is the Azure admin who is going to create the external user. He need to have the permission to create the user, and second is Microsoft Fabric or Power BI tenant admin who will set up certain permissions using which we will be able to allow the external users to access our data. External users and guest setting that we need to enable on tenant. Now first thing which we are going to do is enable the invite external user to your organization setting. We have to enable this setting into our tenant, and there are few more related settings which I am going to showcase to you. Then invite external guest. The guest users only need invitation for the first time you invite them in your organization. To invite the users, use planned or ad hoc invites. Use a planned invite to know which user to invite. You can send the invite through Azure Portal. You must be assigned the user admin role to invite the people. So person should have admin role. We have to go to Azure Portal. We have to go to under manage user, user, all user, new guest user. We have to create a guest user like this and send invite. So an invitation would be sent. Then we can send an ad hoc invite to give the access so that the person can access it. So what we are going to do is we are going to try that out. And the person who has received invite, first of all, they can accept the invite, and then when they use their Power BI, they have to switch the tenant, and then from there they will be able to see the content. So what I am going to do here is, first of all, let me go as an Azure admin. For that, you have to open portal.azure.com, and in this case you need to be a Azure admin. After that, you need to check for the option which is user. It should ideally be present on the top, or you can search for that on the top search box. So I am biworld.in and I am going to invite my vendor to come and work along with me. So for that, let me click on user. This will open the user UI. From here you can create new user. First of all, we will click on the down arrow key of the new user, and there we will see an option for external user. And I'll click on invite external users. This will open invite external user UI. Here I need to provide few details. So first detail is I need to provide the email ID. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to invite myself from the other tenant. So I have another tenant where I have a very similar email ID. I'm going to invite the email ID from that tenant as a vendor here so that I can work on this tenant using that email ID. So I given the email ID. As I'm inviting the other email, which is my email on the other tenant, I'm going to give my name here. I'm sending it on my another tenant only, and then message I can give added you as external user to our tenant. Let's keep rest of the thing as is and click on review and invite on the left bottom. We can review it and we can share the invite. User invitation is in progress. The invite has been successfully shared. Then we have received the message. We will continue on this tenant, and now we'll go to the Power BI admin and do some setup there to allow the external user to use Power BI or Microsoft Fabric. Time has come that we set up the Power BI or Microsoft Fabric for external user before they come in. So I go to my Power BI service. So I am here on app.powerbi.com, and here what I am going to do is I will go to settings and I'll scroll down and go to admin portal. Now inside admin portal there are many settings. There are two kind of settings which you have to search. One with the name external, second with the name guest. We'll set up them one by one. So let me search for the setting which contain guest in the setting names. Look at the guest settings now. Guest user can access Microsoft Fabric, the most important setting. You have to enable it for the entire organization or for selected security groups. I am enabling it for the entire organization in this case. The guest user who have been added to your Microsoft Entra directory can access the Fabric items anytime, any permission. So that's most important, and these are the settings which you require. User can invite guest user to collaborate through item sharing permission. That is another important setting. You have to enable it. I have enabled for entire organization. Guest user can browse and access Fabric content. They can browse the Fabric content. I have enabled this setting for the entire organization, but you can enable this setting for specific security groups. Users can see guest user in the list of suggested people. That again I want so that they can search and assign to the workspace. This setting is also enabled at the entire organization level. B2B guest user can set up and be subscribed to email subscription. I have not enabled this setting. This setting is by default disabled. Guest users can work with shared semantic model in their own tenant. I have not enabled this setting, and if you remember initially when we were reading the options, there was an option around this. Allow specific user to turn on external data sharing. This setting is also enabled at the entire organization level in my case. The two set of important setting, the external settings and the guest setting, and most important is to enable the guest user to access our tenant, which we have already done. We have enabled most of the important settings here. Now I will search for some of the settings which contain external and enable them. You can enable these settings as per the requirements. So external data sharing, users can share read only link data stored in one lake with collaborator outside your organization. When you grant them permission to do so, users can share a link to data lakehouse additional Fabric items. This setting is enabled at the entire organization level in my case. This permission, if you want to share data, definitely you can do is user can accept external data shares, means users can accept data share. This need to be enabled for the other tenant also. User can accept read only link from another organization Fabric tenant. User who accept an external share link can view, build on and share data both inside and outside your organization's tenant. For more information about the security limitations, so user can accept external invite share.
Enabled for entire tenant in my case. Next is user can invite guest users to collaborate through item sharing and permissions. Really important setting, and I have enabled it at the entire organization. This is most important setting for the collaboration and data sharing for Microsoft Fabric with external users.
Then B2B users can set up and subscribe to email subscription. This is right now disabled, but if required you can enable it. User can send email subscription to external user. If you need that, you can enable that. I have not enabled it. Allow users to turn on external data sharing. Right now I allowed the entire organization, but you should limit it to a limited set of users by going down and choosing specific security group. But I'll keep it at organization level. And what this will do is turn off this setting to prevent all the users from turning on external data sharing. If this setting is on, all specific user can turn on the external data sharing option, allowing them to share data with authorized guests, only with authorized guests. And then OneLake setting, user can access data stored in OneLake app external to Fabric. Users can access data stored in OneLake with app external to the Fabric environment, such as custom application created with Azure Data Lake Storage API. I don't think it is important, and that's why I have not enabled it. So now we have seen some of the settings which are available as external settings with the keyword external.
We have enabled the important setting. We have invited the guest. Also, time has come that we visit the vendor environment and accept the invite and start using the Fabric environment. I am here on the vendor environment, what we were calling external guests there.
First of all, I am going to go to the Outlook.
And in Outlook, I'll check for an invitation email as an external user. I can see this email. Make sure that you treat it as a trusted sender. Now, if I scroll below, I will have an option to accept the invite, and I'm going to click on that. I'm going to accept the permission requested to move forward. And if you observe carefully this UI, while my email belongs to my tenant, but I am here in a different tenant and the tenant name is shown into my account manager UI. We are all set for the next step.
Let me go to the Power BI.
I have already logged in into the Power BI using my another login as a vendor, and let me refresh the page.
After I refresh, I'll go to the account manager, click on that and click on switch tenant. Here I should be able to see the other tenant. Let me click on that and click on switch. Now I am able to see the content from another tenant. Right now there is no workspace.
As the other tenant has provided the new workspace permission, let me create a new workspace and test this out. Test -001, same description, and then I'll move down and keep rest of the things same, but I'll change the capacity here. I will try to use some of the available trial capacities.
That tenant has a lot of trial capacities. Let me see.
I can see the trial capacities also here, and I'll select one of them. This is all because of the settings in that particular tenant.
So let me click on apply.
So I'm able to create a workspace, and now I can try creating new items, or I can try assigning it to. Now what I will do is I will go back to the vendor tenant. There I'll create a workspace and assign that workspace to this particular user and come back and check it out. Have I got that workspace or not?
I go back to my first tenant, and now here I'll go to Power BI. I'm back on my first tenant, and there I'll create another workspace, new workspace. I'll call it test -002. Scroll down, trial capacity, scroll down, I'll use one of the trial capacities, and let me click on apply.
I will assign this new workspace by using manage access, add people and group to the user for which I have already created the external user login.
and I am able to see the external user here. Let me add him as admin of this workspace. Time to switch tenant and see did the other person get it. I am back here. Let me refresh Power BI service.
When I go to workspaces now, I can see the newly created workspace and I can open it now.
So in this manner, I am able to onboard a vendor and provide them access to a workspace. Now there are few more steps. The things do not stop here for the vendor onboarding. You also need to do couple more things. The next thing which you need to make sure is to provide access to the connections and gateway. You have to create them and assign them to the users. So go to the settings, manage connections and gateways, and here you should create new connections, on-premise or cloud connections. If you are creating on-premise connections, you need to provide access to the gateways also. And you can create the connection even without creating any data flow gen 2 or data pipeline or anything. You can just create a connection. So once you created the connection, go to the 3 dots, manage user, and search for that particular user. And once the external user is added, you can provide one of the 3 permission: user, user and sharing, and owner. Now owner permission is only needed if you want them to manage and change these connections. But I don't want to make this user as of now owner, but I'll allow him to access these connections.
I clicked on share to share this connection with that particular user.
So I don't need to provide him the credentials for that. And this is really important. Sometimes you have question, I don't want to provide the credential, then how do I share? This is how you can share.
I have shown you how to assign a cloud connection, but when you assign an on-premise connection, you also need to provide access to the on-premise gateway.
I'll go to another tab, on-premise data gateways, and here you can see I have a one on-premise gateway which is up and running, and you can click on status to check whether it is online or not. Yes, it is online. Now here again we have ellipsis icon, 3 dots, manage users, and I can search for that external user.
I can select the required user and I can assign him the gateway access.
Connection creator and resharing, and admin. So I'll assign this time connection creator and resharing so that external user can create connection and reshare it, and let me click on share. Now this has been shared with the external user. So now the external user would be able to use this gateway. So in this manner you can onboard your vendor resources onto your environment. You can create external user, you can provide them necessary access, you can provide them access to the workspaces, connections, gateways, and they will be able to work on your environment. If you have any query, do get back to me. What all permissions more is required in case you want to give some other access. Why don't you go ahead and try this out, and do let me know what else you want me to consider in this particular series. Thanks for watching this particular video. Thank you. Keep watching, keep asking questions in comment, press the bell icon so that you can get notification of my new videos. Thanks for watching this particular video. Thank you.